Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosa, they call me my Madudu. Have you ever wondered what a claim form, or have you been to the courts before? Now today I'm here to talk about submitting a claim form. So what is a claim form? There are different kinds of claim form depending in which country you live in. Here in UK, the form is called N1, and I'm sure in other states or in other countries they have certain names they call them. This is a claim form you submit when you want to take the defendant to the courts. But as I say, this is your last resort. You can only do that when you first write cease and desist letter. A cease and desist letter, it's warning the individual or the perpetrators that you know what they are doing and they need to stop. But what happens in this day and age, sometimes people choose to ignore your letter and pretend as if they've never received one. If that happens and you realize that they're not responding, the next action to take is to take them to court, because that is the language they understand. Because you tried to be sensible by warning them, by telling them to stop, but they chose not to. They ignored you. So the last resort is going to the courts. But I need to stress out, you need to seek legal advice. You need to contact entertainment solicitors, barristers. Before you put a claim form, you need to seek legal advice from a solicitor, from a lawyer, from attorneys. You only seek advice from those who are specialized in intellectual properties and specialized in music industry. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time. When you're choosing a lawyer, solicitor, or attorney, choose the one who deals with music entertainment industry. So that is the kind of representative you need. Then they can put a claim form for you. There's so much legal terms that is involved. If you try to take it upon yourself, you might end up your case being struck out. What struck out means? It means the other side, or the defendant, or the person who created the problem, if that person has good legal advisors, they can ask the judge to throw away your case. They call it struck out, and you end up losing. It is important you seek legal advice from intellectual property solicitors, lawyers, and attorneys. Those are the representatives who are able to represent you on your case, because they know the requirements, the legal terms that needs to be filled in, because the form, it's not easy to fill in. And if, as I say, you get it incorrect, then you are bound to lose, or your case will be struck out. However, having said so, there are individuals who choose to go and represent themselves. You're taking a risk because you need to do a lot of reading, loads of reading. Otherwise, you waste your time and you end up losing. And when you lose, the other side can counterattack, then you end up paying the other side because you've lost the case. So you end up paying the legal fees for the defendant or the respondent. You need to be very, very careful when you take a claim to the courts. It's the last resort. It's something you just don't do just because you're angry or you allowing your feelings to take over. No. Send a cease and desist letter. Give the person a time to respond. If I were you, I'll send a second one to just remind them, just in case maybe they didn't see the email. Nowadays, you don't even need to send a letter, you just send an email. If you find an email for that individual or for that company, you just send an email and you do another follow to just make sure they've received the email. Because in some cases, the email might go in the junk and they might never see it. So always doubt, give them the benefit of doubt and send a follow-up email. If that is ignored, then you take upon yourself and take the individuals to court. That is how you can pursue your claim to the courts. I have to warn people as well, because it is expensive. It's not cheap. It's expensive to take on a case like that. That's why you always need a legal representative, because they know what they are doing. You will not have a clue on how to deal with cases or claims like that. I made it simple for you because I didn't want to go into too much technical. I hope that you understand what a claim form is, the one you use to submit a claim when you know that, or when you have tried to talk with the other side and they choose to ignore. If you have any comment, please leave your comments below, and I'm happy to respond to your comments. To all my viewers, or to those who are new on my channel, thank you for coming, and those who subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Please don't forget to ring that notification bell and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.